Yeah, I hear sound. You're good. Am I good to go?
You're going to be good to go in about 30 seconds.
All right, it sounds good. It sounds good.
All right.
Just let me know when.
Hi, Nightmare. How's it going?
Not too bad of yourself.
Pretty good, pretty good. Feeling good about your round?
Nervous, really nervous.
So this is the other Nintendo 64 Castlevania.
Yep.
I don't know which one is more known. I would say the original
Yeah, 64
Castlevania
is
64.
pretty, the speedrunning community is more active than that than this one.
All right. Well, in any case, I owned this game as a kid, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you destroy it.
I hope so, yeah.
And, well, on your mark, count us in, and we'll hit the timer.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. GLHF.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So this game's actually a bit different from CB64. It includes 2 characters. You've got Cornell, who I'm playing as, and you've got Henry. Carrie and Reinhardt are in this game, but they have completely similar levels to what they do, and then Cornell takes a completely different path. There's similar levels that have been added. This kind of game is just finished from what it was before, just because their time period starts off. So we have a level before Forest of Silence, which is this one. So it's pretty much just basic platforming. There's really not too much. CB64 and this are pretty different with the camera angles you have to do. This camera angle is a lot wonkier than on CB64, but I still find it really competitive and fun. Not many people run this game compared to CB64. It's more active, but I find it really enjoyable just because it hits the childhood really well, because I was introduced to this as a very young age, and then as soon as I figured out that I could speedrun this, I hopped on it right away. So we're going to go through here, got the key.
Actually, I think a lot of runners go with the nostalgia factor, let's call it that, let's say they were really a fan of any given game really when they were a kid, and then they realized that, you know, I can break this game so bad.
Pretty much, yeah. I've played this, and I don't think I could ever go back playing it casually again.
I mean, let's say, like, for me, it's Super Metroid, right? And I wish I could go back in time and play Blind again, all over again. Because you don't see the game the same way once you start speedrunning it.
Yeah.
And,
especially with all the glitches and skips you can possibly do within it, it's like, wow.
Oh, yeah, for any given game. And also, we have 2 donations. Do we have time for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. So we have a $5 donation by Manix, who says, I'm cheaper than Mazmov, sorry guys. Put this towards Donald Duck as character choice. All right. And then we had a $20 donation by Naramgamjan, and he says, just catching up on what I couldn't donate at DHMTL. Cheers to all the runners, good luck, and have fun. Thanks to NoReset for putting up yet another great event. You guys are awesome, as always. Save the animals.
All right, so we're gonna grab the axe here and the jewel. So the axe is probably the best sub-weapon in the game. And then switch scenes, we're gonna change into the beast mode right away. So the beast mode is pretty much just as good as the axe, but since we've only got level 1, we're gonna use the beast mode instead. So there's 2 ways you can do this scenario. You can there's a few definitive spots in the game where you can get the axe as a sub-weapon automatically. And then it's best at level 2 and level 3, but since I only have a level 1, I prefer to use beast mode instead because it does save a bit more time in the first level, so it's not as bad. I'm gonna grab that right away. So we're gonna go up here. So we're back in the Forest of Silence, nostalgic factor for some of you Castlevania 64 fans. So we're gonna go back up here. If you've ever played Castlevania 64, you know what boss is next. We like to call her Bone Mom. Been in both games. Very known. Also very annoying at times with the hit reg. It's very unpredictable. Some more jewels. So there's pretty much in this game, the more jewels you have, the better, whether you have the sub-weapons or turn into beast mode instead. So pretty much any RNG jewels are always a good factor to have. Come on. So there's a jewel right to the left here in this torch. We're going to grab this quickly. Side hop and get over here. So within CV64, there's a lot of similarities, and I'll probably keep bringing them up. So you have the Were-Tiger, which normally in CV64 you can clip off the ledge and kill him automatically, but in this one you can't, so you have to fight him. He drops a power-up and gold every time, which is pretty nice, so you have a definitive power-up spot every time you come here, which is good to have. I'm actually going to save here quickly, just in case I mess up the next skip. Jewel. Good. So in this torch up ahead, we'll get the second level for the axe, which is like ridiculously good. Get rid of him. So this is probably the biggest first major skip of the game. If you've ever played Forest of Silence, you got to go down and up and pull the levers. But here we have I like to call it abuse of a movement. So we kind of just jump off and grab a ledge. Fell off. Good thing I saved. Previously saved, so we're gonna go back here. I think I saved. So same thing. If we grab this. Alright, so let's try this again. Kind of pushed that a little too fast, so we're gonna try and go. We got it. So this switch will activate the upstairs cage. Almost fell off shit. So then we've got up here, we've opened this cage to let us fight Bone Mom Part 2. Don't need to save here. There's nothing really risky that happens. It just becomes more stronger and more annoying. Which kind of sucks since we died. We did lose our power-ups. But hopefully we can get them back later in the game. So you can actually manipulate her movement because she will usually go to the center and jump. If you get it quick enough. So oops, she's lock on. So normally you try to get her over there because it's the second spot she walks to. So if you get her to jump over there, it saves more time from her going from wherever you were to that point, which is pretty nice. Jewels. Power up. RNG is pretty bad on the skeletons too. They don't drop a lot of stuff other than gold and jewels. You get lucky even if you do. Didn't drop anything again. Okay, we're good. This. Good to go. So there's a lot of platforming on this next level. It's pretty much all it is. We just have to get through the 2 gates. I'm not going to save. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. So usually RNG is very based on this level. So not in this level, but the next one you can either get 1 or 2 pillars. And 2 pillars helps a lot. So we actually got 2 pillars. So that saves a decent amount of time here. It's all random, so like even the next time I come here, I have to come here twice. Oops. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're good. So even the second time I have to come here, the pillars might despawn, so it's either random, either I get 1 or 2, so it's all just by choice. A lot of frame rate drop in this level, it's actually ridiculous. So next we'll fight the Hydra. So we have 40 joules, which shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go into beast mode again. More reliable than my level 2 axe. This boss is actually pretty inconsistent. The only time you can really fight him or hit him is when they're breathing fire. Sometimes you get that lucky hit, but not all the time. I need those sun cards for later. There we go. No, you gotta get up. You're not done yet. We gotta grab these moon cards and sun cards for later. So there is a time cycle in this game. Just the one level, just based on doors you have to open up. So we're gonna drop down here. Kill him. Grab this lever, we gotta go back up the same side and activate it. So we can go down here. Should be good. This game is mainly platforming, especially this level. There's other few levels that are pretty highly platforming, based on, I think the last few are a lot. When it gets to Tower of Execution and Clock Tower, it's really bad. Hey, we got lucky with 2 platforms again. Nice. Leap of faith, we're good. Don't kill me. Golden. So we have no jewels after that boss fight because you cannot turn the beast mode on and off. So there is a pillar we will go down lower to that is filled with 50 joules, which is actually pretty convenient. So we will activate the switch. We'll open one of the 2 doors we have to go through to the villa. So we're gonna come down here. And this pillar is breakable. So we're gonna grab all the jewels out of it, which is pretty good. Should grab 50, yeah. Get rid of him. Drop down. Golden. Okay, I'm gonna save here just because. Don't want to do this all over again. And then, so we will activate the moon card here because it's got a symbol of a moon. So you can only open it during the nighttime. Same thing with the sun card. It plays a pretty big factor in the art tower. You got to keep going back and forth in between day and night. So the more we have, the better. I realize I only have 1 sun card, so we're gonna have to either buy one from Renan, which is pretty much the shop in this game, which you use a gold for, or we're gonna have to hope for one of the knights to drop one with RNG. So this side is the same thing as the other one. With you get the 1 to 2 pillar luck. You usually get the spikes. Sometimes they'll be flipped over and you can go straight across, or you have to wait for them. If you have to wait for them, you kind of lose like 7 to 10 seconds, which isn't too bad, but it would always be nice to have them on the right side up. So yeah, we have to wait for these ones to flip. We're good. Hopefully we don't fall. Golden. And this side does not have any boss. You kind of just activate the lever and then go down. No cutscene or anything. You just go. Skip this. It's a very simple game. It's not really too hard. There's a few skips that kind of get quite annoying. We'll actually get to it right in this next level, which my runs have died to a bajillion times. So we'll find out if I can get it within the first few tries before I get a little frustrated. So these are usually 1 hit. And then, yeah, where's the second dog? Oh, he moved. God damn it, pup. Oh, he moved again. They're very inconsistent too. They like to just jump around wherever they feel like. Did I get him? Nice, that was nice. So we'll go through the first level, second one. So these next dogs have flames. Oh, I almost got a power up. That was actually pretty clutch. Don't go my way. So that's probably the first time I've ever had a power up from that dog. I've gotten an axe multiple times, but never a power up. Is there an axe in that too? I already got a level 3 axe. So pretty much there's a skip in this game where we pretty much avoid the whole level, which is actually great because playing this casually, this level absolutely sucks. There's so much you gotta do, constant back and forth between the maze, in and out. A lot of keys you gotta get. It's just a pain. So you'll skip that boss fight. Normally you would fight a vampire there, but we're just gonna avoid it all together. So the next one we got are Uber driver motorcycles, or skeletons, who like to drive motorcycles in the Middle Ages. So we got him with his baton, we got another one with his baton, and the third one actually ends up having a machine gun, which is quite ridiculous. So we'll prance our way along here. Blow them up and we're good to go. So all these skips are credited to Winglebert and Tiderium. I've watched a lot of their runs. They've pretty much found most of the stuff in this game. Pretty much anyone who's been in the CV64 and Castlevania LOD community have found like quite a bit of skips in this game, so I gotta shout them out, obviously. They've helped me out a lot. So we'll see if we can get this before it gets annoying. Nope. This might take a bit. This is the worst skip in the game. It's the most annoying one. So you pretty much have to get up on this ledge, and you have to clip through that statue into the maze. Oh, and we actually got a second try. Beautiful. That's actually a pretty good start. So that's... Wow, that's a weight off my shoulders. Hell, goddamn. That was probably the biggest skip I was worried about in this game messing up, but we got a second try, so that's actually not too bad. So it's actually a run. We can get her done in a pretty decent time now if I don't mess anything else up. Wow, that relieves a shit ton of stress. All right. So we pretty much skip the whole level, clipping outside of the maze. We will fight a vampire here, and then it'll be to the outer wall we go. Die. Good. Still have 30 jewels. That's actually a fair amount. Maybe we can get this one before the cutscene happens. We did not get it. So we will just drop down and good to go. Maybe should have picked that up. So we're going to save here just because there's a lot of platforming on this level, and I can die multiple times if I mess it up. So here's another jump similar to the one in Forest of Silence where you kind of just skip like a good portion of the level with just the movement. So we're going to get up on this third pillar here and then just kind of not clip but like hug the wall on the outside and we should be able to grab the ledge. Yeah, we got it. So you do lose an amount of health, but there's not much you really fight in this level. It's kind of just platforming in and of itself. It's fairly short. The levels are very different between times. Some are really quick, but some really long. Should be good. Nice. All right. So we're gonna go up to the second level here. I'm gonna save here again, just because I do not want to do this all over. So we're gonna go here. More platforming.
So Nightmare, you're getting a lot of love out there.
Am I?
Yeah, we got some donations in.
All right, you go for them.
All right, so we have Gum who donated $5 and
Gum.
says, yeah, good luck Nightmare, gonna do great. Cheers to the event. Well, cheers right back at you.
Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you.
And we have another $20 donation by Philly's Baddest.
Oh my God, Philly.
My boy Nightmare.
Man, me and Philly go way back. Thanks, man. Appreciate both of you. Oh, I just picked up the cross. That was a bad thing. Wow, I thought that was a jewel. Alright, we don't use the cross or the axe that much anymore. I have to focus on my beast mode then, more than anything else. So we have a sub-boss here. Fairly easy. It's just a Valkyrie. Boss shape first try. Nice. Alright, so we're good here. We're going to move on to the next level. So this level consists of the Sun and Moon cards. A lot of people love listening to this music. It's probably the most nostalgic. So we're going to save here just in case. Get to that door before it turns daytime. So hopefully one of these nights will drop a Sun card. I'm not even going to waste time. I'm just going to go buy one from Renan. I think I have 500 gold, and there's a power-up, so it kind of kills two birds with one stone. So we're going to go buy one quickly right here. So there's actually, so buy item. So pretty much this is the shop system within the game. How many moon cards do I got? 2, so we're good. Right. So you kind of pretty much just come here if you ever need anything. There's actually a tiny little Easter egg in this game is if you spend an X amount, I'm not sure exactly how much, but before you go fight Dracula, you actually fight Renan depending on how much gold you spend. Which is pretty cool. I've never done it myself, but I've seen videos on it, and it's a pretty cool boss fight. Made that. Luckily, thought it was gonna fall off, to be honest. So second moon card, kind of just back and forth between time zones, day and night. So this is 1 out of 2 keys, but we do not need the second key because once we go back, we will try and attempt another skip. We will glitch through the wall and then move on to the next room. Hopefully the knights will not be ignorant. I've had them a few times be pretty inconsistent lately. So hopefully I can get some good luck on those. Don't burn me. Golden. Can't see that. Oh no. So I'm gonna stay on that platform. Better be safe than sorry, to be honest. Died too many times in this level trying to high beam on that damn thing. So again, we're gonna switch back to the moon card, or sun card, I should say. Change it back to day. So pretty much the skip is pretty basic. So what you want to do is you're gonna walk to this door. So you've got the 2 yellow knights. They're the only 2 that move in the room. So you're gonna want to hug this corner. You can probably already see it, but if I push far enough, I'm kind of like halfway through. They kind of get annoying. They keep attacking you. I just need him to push me through. So he clips through the wall, but I'm not able to, which is kind of annoying. Lunge. No. I need to go through, not you, bud. Come on. One more time. Come on. Forward. Come on. Kind of gets inconsistent. So we're good. We're through the wall. So that was the room I was in. There should be a door over here if I can see it. Yeah, I see it. We're good. So you kind of avoid it because you are technically in the main center. The game thinks you're in the main foyer of the level, but you are not. So we only need 2. Room key 2, and we are in the next room. So we just need a bit of platforming and another high beam, and we're good to the next level. So hopefully it'll knock me off. Alright, bam. And we made it. I forgot something before setup. There we go, we're good. I just need my notes. So this level consists of a lot of opening doors. Don't know it off by heart yet because there's so much, so I'm gonna quickly do this. So we're good, all right. Completely forgot about it. There's a lot of memorization. I see a lot of people do this off by heart, and I still don't understand how they do so. So I kind of gave myself a little notebook to do this all, and I just forgot to set it up. So it's kind of just back and forth. There's 3 switches in this level you gotta find. And that's pretty much it, a bit of collapsing floors. There's 2 stages to this level. So we're gonna go left, left. Right. Some of these floors do collapse, but also have spikes, so it's kind of good. It's not too bad. If you fall, I'd say it loses a lot of time. So I'm going back, the left, right. Down the stairs. I should grab that jewel. Just a freebie there. So we're gonna walk across here, try and do it without falling. Golden. So straight. Straight. Straight again. Up the stairs, and we'll fall through the bottom of the floor to find the 3rd pillar, which is actually hidden underground. A lot of people have a very hard time doing this level just because there's so much to do. Like I said, this is only the first part of 3. So we're gonna go here. 3rd pillar's activated. We've done the first part. Did I activate that? Yeah, I did. It's really inconsistent sometimes. So just go upstairs. Yeah, it's pretty boring level. I don't do much. Just kind of jump around. Good. Pick that up. Straight again. Yeah, and then we got the White Knights again. But this time we're going to go to the exact same door, but instead of falling in, we will hook a left, and the cage will be open for us to go to the next part.
Hey, Nightmare.
What's going on?
We got more friends of yours that donated
God.
for you. We've got Amanda that gave $20 and says, "You're killing it, Nightmare. Good luck."
It's actually my girlfriend. Thanks, babe. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next part of the level. So I'm going to save here just because if I don't get this leap, I'm going to lose a lot of health, and I can only attempt it so many times. All right, so it's pretty much just a dark room with collapsing pillars. So we're going to go up here on this pillar, hop to the right. Hopefully I can get it. All right, so we're going to jump across. You got to time it pretty well. Didn't get that. All right, we're good, though. One more try, and then we'll restart the save point. All right, we got 2 tries per time. Might be able to get this after the run. Didn't get that. All right. Come on. Continue. Previously saved. All right. Good thing we saved. This one's pretty inconsistent for me too. Villa skip's probably worse. I've been pretty good the past few times with this, so not too bad right now. Got that. All right. Boot. 3rd tries a charm. All right. So we're gonna wait for this to fall. All right. Next one. So this is the last part before the level is over. This is pretty much all just jumping on pillars. I'm actually going to save again, because I know I'm an idiot and I'm going to fall. So, M. So based on the signs, you decipher either left or right, depending on which one you jump. If you get the right one, you go up. If you get the wrong one, you go down and die. So pretty much, it's just basic. If you don't know, there's pictures on the wall. You can see which one you have to jump on. There's a bit of a light. You can't really see it, probably on stream, but I can. And just know them off by heart. So this one. No, this one. U-turn. And then one more and we're up. Oh, don't fall off. X. And then shield's the last one and we up. So, into the ledge. What do you got here? Sun card. I need axes. All right, so this is done the level. This one's probably nostalgic for some of you if you played Castlevania 64. So you've got back to Science Tower. This one's a bit different. I think, honestly, much easier than Castlevania 64 from what I've seen. So I think that's a jewel, to be honest. That's money. So RNG. Don't shock. We're good. Okay, this one's a jewel. Okay, I need to find axes. Or I'm just going to have to use the beast mode constantly. I'm going to say stop. Good. So, the UPS store with their packages always popping them out. I hate those things. Slide into that, we're good. I don't even know what time we're at. You see my splits? No. I think we're doing pretty good. I think I got like around 30 minutes on my Tower of Science. My most recent PB. I don't want to lose too much time. So the only really other level I'm really scared for and nervous for would probably be the last one, Clock Tower. There's a lot of void jumps that we have to make. Alright, we're good. Next part is the doors. I don't need to save here. There's nothing really deathly happening. So we got the turrets again. Probably the most annoying thing in the game, to be honest. Since we don't have power-up. The only thing that I'm really worried about is probably the boss in this level, just because we don't have access nor power-up, so it might take a bit longer to kill him. Oh, there was an axe back there. I forgot. Oops. Can't go back now. See if we can avoid this. Get to the door. Good, 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 good. So, nice. First time. So we're gonna save here. Oh wow, getting all close and personal. So this room, we got to get a key to open the next level. It's honestly the only one we have to do. A lot of platforming again in this, with the lasers shooting at you, which is kind of difficult, but not too hard. So I hug the left side so he shoots, and then move. That's pretty good. Grab the key. Didn't think that was gonna hit me. Doesn't matter. Just the camera angle. Boom. And then we head for the boss. Still don't know where I'm gonna get power-ups from. It'd be really nice to try to figure it out. There's one we can get in the next level, I know for a guaranteed fact, after a boss fight, which isn't too bad. So I'm saving again just in case something happens. So I do not have enough. I'm probably gonna have to burn my jewels for this. It's because the cross is, no, the cross is definitely not the worst sub-weapon. Probably the knife, but we're gonna transform to beast mode here. We got 72 seconds, which is a long time. Hopefully I can kill this guy quickly and I can carry them over onto the next level. I'm not gonna reg, so I have to go to the middle a bit. Like, I'm gonna lose a lot of time here for this. Oh, I actually did. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna grab a bit more here, just so I can use them for the next level as much as possible for the first boss. So it's pretty much all you do is fight in this level. I think there's like 4 bosses you fight. I'm not gonna save. It's the beginning of the level, don't need to. So there's a skip you can do here, but I'm not gonna risk it just because I don't feel confident enough doing it. It's been really inconsistent for me lately, so we're just gonna fight him just because we already are in the beast mode, so it kind of helps us out a lot. If I was normal Cornell, possibly, but beast mode's kind of amazing, so we're gonna take advantage of it while we can. There's a skip that will happen right here. So this is similar to the Castlevania 64 skip, where you kind of just walk the were-tiger off the edge of the platform, but you do it with the wolf in this one. Hopefully he'll cooperate and jump in for a nice little swim. So we're gonna come to the ledge here, and he's just gonna swing at us, and we're just gonna avoid it. And there he goes. And pretty much health bar will go down to 0, and that skips the boss fight. So that was pretty easy. Got lucky with that. Actually saved a decent amount of time. So we're gonna actually, I'm gonna hopefully let the timer run out, because I'm gonna need more jewels for the next boss fight against the, you'll see, giant, oh, I grabbed that like a half a second too quick. Oops. There's a jewel in one of these, 50-50 chance between gold, and we got the right one. Okay, 15 jewels is bearable. There's more we can pick up later on, which won't be too bad. This is a pain, so. Save. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. Bam, we're gonna save here just to be safe. Don't want anything bad happening. So another 2 torches here. I think there's more jewels in this one. Yeah, there is. And this one I think there's gold. Yeah. Whatever. So this is another werewolf fight. This one's more annoying this time. You gotta charge up. So if he charges up, he's actually more vulnerable to attacks, and I'm an idiot, got hit. Alright, come on. Charge. One more cycle. I got burned, I'm an idiot. So he actually does lose a bit of health if he hits the fire, which is kind of ridiculous. So we do get a power up right here, I just don't know, I think it's in that torch. Yeah, it is. No, it's in that one. Yeah, it's in this one. So we do get a guaranteed power up. Alright, this level is almost coming to a close. One more big boss and then we're good to go. It's the most, I think it's one more level after this. It's the most annoying level of the game. In my opinion anyway, I hate it. A lot of platforming. Right, so transform to beast mode against a huge wolf. Got a lot of attacks off of him. Sweep through his legs. Damn it. Don't die. Dead. We're good. Okay. So that's that for Tower of Execution. Pretty much all it is just bosses. It's not very straightforward. Make that jump. Alright, good. Alright, next level. I think next level is Tower of Sorcery. There's Execution. Execution. Okay, so the next level is pretty pain. So this one's pretty bad too. Just because if you fall off of anything, you will die no matter what. So I'm not. So, time we at? We're at a decent time, actually, not too bad. So we're gonna have to pick up more jewels again just because we wasted them off all on him. Not very many jewels in this level, but the next level we have will drop us a lot if we pick them all up. So it's pretty much just all traps in this level with the swinging saws and the spikes. I probably should have saved there, but jinx it now. Alright, sounds pretty good. Good. Wall blades. Nice. Avoid them all. Another set. Good. Save here, just in case I have to go all over again. Yeah, I'm being very cautious, trying to make as many saves as possible, just because I kind of don't trust myself in certain aspects. Make that jump. Avoid that. Don't fall in the crate. We're good. So there's gonna be a lot of frame rate drop with the next part, just because. Oh no! Fall off that. The lava will move, so it kind of just shifts everything, so it kind of gets a lot slower from what it is. You need to keep moving on that. Save here again too. Gotta be safer than sorry. Alright, so you'll see right here, these balls will drop and kind of just shift lava, and the frames drop really badly. It's bearable, but it's not too bad. The next little bit will have a lot of that, so we're gonna grab this jewel. It's the only guaranteed one. Wait for that. Died to that too many times because I was too anxious. Same thing, just avoid it, hop around, and we're good to go to the next part. This is pretty much a better upgrade of the CV64 one, just because all the runs I've watched on Castlevania 64, the frame rate level in Tower of Execution is ridiculously bad. Like, there's not one person that I haven't heard complain about it. When you play as Ryan, I think it's as Reinhardt. I'm not sure if Carrie goes to Tower of Execution. So we're just gonna prance along the edge here. The next level is probably gonna be pretty difficult. I won't talk much. I gotta focus on that one. A lot of platforming in the next level. Save again. Just to make sure. Boom. make that? Oh god, I thought it was a dead jump. Oh, that was close. So frame rate drop again. Make it. Alright, we're good. Could take any damage. So next is the most hated level for whether you're playing Legacy of Darkness or Castlevania 64 is the Tower of Sorcery. I actually, in my opinion, think this Tower of Sorcery is much easier than the one on Castlevania 64. Just 'cause it doesn't seem as much complex, but it's still annoying to play on this. There's a lot of things that can go wrong just because you've got very tight spaces and a lot of enemies that shoot beams at you. So this one's pretty much just all platforming. I think I messed that up. No, we're good. Golden. So since I'm playing on easy mode, these platforms do not move, but if you're playing on normal, they move, and then if you're playing on hard, they get even faster, which gets ridiculously insane at times. And then these red ones will disappear if you're playing on normal and hard, and then rotate faster too. But since I'm playing on easy, they will just stay still. I'm gonna save here again just in case I fall. Alright, so we're gonna make this. I'm not too far behind. Jewel? Nothing. Alright. Jewel, I need an axe. Would be helpful. So, wait for them to shoot. He's not going to. That's an axe. Alright, so we didn't fall off, which is good. So the more jewels, the merrier for my beast mode, just because I only have a level 1 axe now. I think I get a level 2 in the next level. So that should be good, or upgraded axe. Alright, so more jewels, beneficial. I'm gonna save here again, I don't even care. I've had this run die like literally everywhere, so it's like very unpredictable where it's gonna happen next. Oh, that was like a hair. I'm gonna wait. Wait for the electric to go. Good. Again. Bam. And that is the last part of this level. So the next level is pretty much just a boss fight. Probably one of the most annoying and longest boss fights in the game. So it's literally just a room of clocks. You've got a lot of power-ups and everything. I think there's a power-up here. Another axe there. 85 jewels should be enough. I'm not going to grab any more. Maybe on the way out just to replenish. Alright, so we're still good for time. So we fight a Chimera here. First two heads are fairly easy. The third one gets a bit difficult and doesn't take any damage. Oh, I can't even slide. Another dead slide. He's gonna keep hitting me? Oh my. So the first two heads are fairly simple. The third one gets a bit annoying and takes a lot of damage to take. So yeah, first one, both gone. So now you just jump and avoid. Oh wow, do not hit me off. That'll be really bad if I do that. Dead. Good. That wasn't too bad. Longer than expected, but this cutscene probably takes the longest too. You gotta watch the dramatic effect of him dying. Where's this? I saw it. Yeah. Let's go back down, pick up more jewels, and then we are on probably the most annoying level of the game, Clock Tower. So we're gonna just go across, jewels. So the next time we'll probably be losing jewels is when we go fight Dracula. More jewels. Yeah, 2 was already taken. So there's 2 pretty big skips in this level that kind of get annoying. A big gorge jump, and then I think kind of a frame perfect jump you have to make while walking off an edge, and you have to skip a little. It's not like really crucial, but it saves like maybe like 10-15 seconds instead of ledge climbing all the way over. I'll attempt it, but we'll see. It's been really rough lately with that. So pretty much there's Clock Tower is pretty much split into 6 different rooms. Keys from A to I think F. Not 100% sure, but pretty much you've got to find the key for the proper room, unlock it, and then just move on. It pretty much goes just in sequential order, so it's not that big of a deal. So we just picked up A, use room key A, and then move on to the next one. I'm saving again. Don't even care. So yeah, we got. So move here, jump up, open the door, good to go. There you go. So this will be the first gorge jump. We're gonna save here actually. We gotta platform a bit before we die. So we're gonna save here. And then start just moving our way up. So pretty much these rotating pillars, you just gotta go side to side, jumping and getting higher and higher. So kinda just all timing here. So we gotta wait for this one. And then make that, yeah, well. Alright, so we're gonna move back over here. And then we need to go for one more. And then we can attempt the jump. I'm getting nervous, gosh. Skip hasn't been too bad to me. You kind of just do the same thing in the first level. You kind of side hop. So side hopping, you get a lot more distance than you do in regular jumping. So you kind of side hop across this gigantic gorge over there by the white jewel and hopefully grab the ledge if I can do it properly. So we'll see how the outcome goes. Make the jump. Alright, so you kind of just line up in this corner. Hopefully I can do it. I'm going to talk about it and they're going to choke. So you just kind of side hop and hopefully get it. And I got it first try. Nice. That's actually really good. So I'm going to save again just because I have low health. I'll have to use... I'm not going to heal just because I need to heal again later to do a little tiny skip. And if I lose any more health, I'm going to try and make as most as I can. So again, we got to wait for these pillars to rotate, kind of just move up side to side, platforming. Mainly again, as you've seen, this game is not really basic. This was actually the first game I started speedrunning. Loved it as a kid. My dad introduced me to it, and I kind of just fell in love with it. I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, so I figured, hey, why can't I watch someone speedrun or play Legacy of Darkness? And then I saw no one was speedrunning it, so I was like, hey, I can give it a shot. And then I kind of put myself in the position I am today, being able to be here and speedrun it for you guys. So which is kind of good, just because, I mean, I'm pretty much the only one that speedruns this game nowadays. I'm going to try and move on to CV64 when I can actually get the game, just because it's a more active community in this one. I'm probably like one of the main guys that speedruns it. Slucky just got back into it. He was at AGDQ a few years back and ran it. I don't think he ran Cornell though. I don't think I've actually ever seen Cornell in AGDQ or GDQ in general. So yeah. So pretty much the two communities have come together and kind of just share CV64 and Legacy of Darkness as a whole, just because there's so minimal people in both communities. Don't burn me. I'm gonna grab this key. I'm gonna wait for this flame. Good thing I did. Would have died. So wait for this to stop and just pass across. Don't mess up. So you do see your sister, but it's just an illusion. Or stepsister, I should say. And that's pretty much it. Kind of just vanishes. Death takes her away. So we are on, oh my gosh, the final part of this level before we get to the end. So I'm not even gonna save. Screw it. I gotta go grab this key. clock tower. So it goes to E. This is the last room we do, or the next is the last room we do, and then we kind of just go along the top of here, fall down and activate the switch to move the hands of the clock so we can walk across into the side door that's right there. I'm probably just gonna climb. I'm not even gonna attempt to jump just because I lose like 20, 30 seconds if I miss it, so better be safe than sorry. Make our way up. Oh, I missed it. Wow, couldn't even jump. It's happened to me a few times before where I try to press A and jump and it kind of just does not want to input. So it's like a 20 second time loss. It's not that big a deal. So we're actually gonna wait for the flame to go. How close can I get without it burning me? Should be fine. Move before I die. So we're gonna drop here. So this lever activates a pillar on the other side that we have to climb and mantle to go up top. So I should have saved, not saved, activate it, thank you. Don't fall. So wait again for the fire to move. So pretty much what you do with the skip is you kind of just use that the gear and you kind of just jump across without having to do all this. It does save quite a bit of time, but it's the I wouldn't say a frame perfect trick, but you gotta get it pretty spot on to make it work. Otherwise you fall short and you lose like almost half health. Can I keep going or gonna have to stop? I'm gonna keep going. I really hope it doesn't hit me. I think we can keep going without having to stop at all. Don't. Oh, that was pretty close. Okay, we're good. Just really worried to do that again. So next, we will just mantle up here, walk across another beam to the last step of this level. So there's pretty much no more skips in this. It's kind of just straightforward through. Haven't been risking much for the biscuit. I'm kind of nervous the whole time. I've lost a lot of runs in this level, like so many. It's actually ridiculous. To both that jump and the gorge one, I've died too many times. And it's like a good like 30 seconds to 45 seconds between them. Alright, so we're gonna actually save. Well, I don't even say it's a skip, but normally you have to go all the way around after these two and kind of slide down the slope. But what we do is I don't even have, do I have enough heal? Roast chicken. I need roast beef. We have 4. So what we're going to do is we're kind of just fall off the ledge, and we'll be left with minimal health to be able to get this. So hopefully I don't mess up, or I'm going to just kill myself and save. So we'll drop, and we got it on the ledge. Beautiful. So we activate the pillar, and now we'll go fight Dracula. So I don't even need to save. Just to restart the stage. Good. So we're sitting at 50 joules is actually not too bad. Maxed out on power-ups too, so that should be fine. There's 2 more joule drops in this next up-and-coming castle keep. So we're actually on the last part here. You kind of just go up. You kind of walk this thing. There's a few torches in here, cures, and purifying if you get infected by Dracula. It's no big deal that we don't need. We actually talk here to Renan, who we talked to once throughout the game, and that was just because it was necessary for us to sun card, but he will tell you that he needs to leave, and that business with him has been good and stuff. But if you, like I said earlier, if you're able to spend the X amount of gold with him, you will fight him here before you do go fight Dracula. But since we only spent 500 gold on him, we don't have to, which is kind of nice. Alright, we're good. 70 joules should be good enough for Dracula. Hopefully it won't be too bad and I won't waste him on the first part. So hopefully I can get like 30, I'd say about 25 to 30 joules on the first fight. So there's 2 stages to Dracula. Alright, not too hard. The second stage is obviously more painful than the first one. When is it not? Alright. cut scene this. And then we got Dracula. So he kind of just teleports and just does various attacks. Whether it be fire, he sucks you in to vampire you, and then he just uses, yeah, so that's that one. Then he'll use fire and then a beam of light to kind of just attack you. So that's the first part. So he's like 20 joules there. Not even, I think. All right, so we'll be coming up on time as soon as Dracula dies. Oh, it sucks. Shouldn't have activated yet. Kind of early. Get some damage off quick. All right, so that's not too bad. I got it. We're good. Oh, half a second too early. Let's keep doing damage. So he's most vulnerable when his chest is exposed. With the head, you do a bit of damage when he hasn't, but it's not as close as much to when it's open. I can never avoid this attack. My life depended on it. So he's got 3 attacks. He kind of just cycles through them. He's got the flames, the ice, and then the demon skulls. Pretty all straightforward. Not too bad. I really get hit. Don't take too much damage. I got 10 seconds. Try and get most of this off as I can. This will be kind of rough. About one more hit. And time. Wow. 56, 52. That's not too bad. Wow, that wasn't too bad. I was more nervous than I should have been. Damn.
What a run.
Oh god, that was nerve-wracking.
Nightmare.
Thank you, appreciate it. I have a huge shout out to all the people watching at home. Pretty much all the CB64 and Legacy of Darkness community. I love you guys. Gum, thank you, Philly. Shout out to Morituri for helping me get to where I am today, streaming-wise. Not huge, but it helped a lot. Thanks to supporters, my buddy Evan's in the crowd, mom, girlfriend watching home. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks so much. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it so much. I've been anxious for this. Been always wanting to try and do something like this ever since I watched GDQ. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the run, and I'm going to give it off to Diablo will be your next speed run. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned.